Alright folks, we're back. Video 2. This is the hydraulic ram. This is the ram that I was concerned about the length of it because of the swept or not swept front axle. As I said before, it's swept. I think they're normally swept. You can tell just by looking at your tractor. And this kit from I forget what it was now, NC Tractors, I think, Northern Ireland, is the correct one for that non-swept. Sorry, for that swept axle. A lot of the parts have, here we are, like this is the track rod end basically. It's got a rubber, like you'd find on a car. There's a metal spring here which holds the rubber against this bar. There's a metal spring here which holds it against the larger part of the joint. So that's a fully sealed joint for life, no grease nip or anything like that. And that's what you want really. But there are three joints which are like this, which is just a cover really. It's not sealed. You see that is open to the elements really, so when you bolt it on it does push down like so, but it is essentially open to the elements, which is a bit annoying. I was hoping for rubber joints everywhere, but there's one on that end, there's another one on the other end, and there's a third one somewhere. I think it's on the bar. Yeah, there it is. That's the bar which goes to the steering box. So on this particular kit, this is another reason I bought the one from NC Tractors. It has, firstly, as you know with these axles, if you've got one of these tractors, there are a number of different, sorry for the darkness, different settings. You can unbolt these and you can have the axle wider or narrower for like a vineyard, or wider if you need stability on the side of a hill or something. This is pretty common obviously, but some of the power steering kits on eBay did not have this function, this sort of feature here. These can be adjusted. So there's a few different notches in this bar which goes down the middle, look, so you can have this at different lengths basically. So I feel that that was quite an important thing that I wanted to make sure that this was going to fit the tractor. Another thing to note, this is fairly obvious I think when you look at eBay, but it's very hard to show it now. There's the old steering linkage. So this linkage comes to the steering box. I'm on the right hand side of the tractor, and this turns the stub axle. There's one of these on each side. So the tractor has a steering arm on the left and a steering arm on the right, and the wheels are independent of each other, except that they're connected via the steering box at your feet, or near your feet on the tractor. That's where this differs. The power steering kit has this hydraulic ram which replaces the left hand side steering arm. In fact, kind of in combination with that really, that bolts onto there, and that end goes to the steering arm of the tractor. So then the steering arm coming out of the steering box on the right hand side of the tractor, damn it, sorry about that video there, is redundant. The one on the left connects to this bar. This bar connects to the hydraulic switch here, if you like, pushes and pulls this switch, which extends and retracts the ram. That's why you have this bar here, which is in two pieces, to connect the two wheels. So now the tractor's left hand side is powered, and the right hand side is powered by the left hand side. Make sense? Anyway, that's fairly obvious I think when you look at it. So this side is done. New joint on here, so you should be able to see the power steering. Here's the old. There's the steering arm from the tractor's steering box, which used to go through this bar to the steering to the, what would you call this? Well, the steering arm, if you like. Now that's very similar, but I'm going to obviously replace this with a hydraulic ram. And then this extra bar, which came with the kit obviously, is where the track rod goes.